Hello, my name is Charles, and today I'm going to be talking about understanding. Essentially, today's video is going to be about why to fix your problems and why to do well in life. You don't need to use force. You do not need to control. You can use understanding. So today's video is about understanding versus force when it comes to how to live a good life. So, if you have a problem in life, this is how to solve your problems without force, essentially. So there's understanding, and then there's force. So, let's say right now, right? It is like spring semester for the college that I'm in, and I want to get in good shape. That's a personal goal of mine, right? And so let's say you're on the other end of this YouTube video and you're thinking, you're like, man, I'm not in the shape I want to be, and I want to be in a better shape. So how can we use understanding, which will make things natural, as opposed to force? So let's say, right, or even let's take a hypothetical example. You're overweight or underweight, right? And you're like feeling bad about your body. I'm bad because of X. Or here, let me actually write this out. I'm bad because my weight is X. And let's say it's over/under what you want. So if you say I'm bad because my weight is over, then what the human brain is going to do, right? If you're saying, I have this characteristic that is bad, and because it is bad, like I am a bad person, right? Your ego is now identified with that weight that is either over and under or what you want. So now you're going to be like, until I force myself, your brain's going to be like, okay, well, until I force myself to change this and do good, until I do good, I am bad. So you're going to be feeling bad. You're going to be feeling negative. You'll be beating yourself up like, oh, I need to get to the gym, man. Oh, I need to grind out this workout. Oh, I need to do all this and that. You're going to beat yourself up because you're feeling bad. But really, like an easier solution, and one that comes through understanding, right, is I just am. I am what I am, right? And if I do X, I get Y. I get Y. And so how you do it through understanding, right? So let's say, for example, and we're actually going to draw a picture. This is going to be a good picture. That's an apple. Okay, let's say this is an apple. Let's say, so this identity, right? The self-identity that you have, I'm bad because let's say I'm 5'10". So let's say I'm 5'10". And right now, like, let's say I weighed 110 pounds and I was anorexic and I'm beating myself up over, I'm so bad, my body looks so terrible, I'm so ashamed. Then your brain could go to, I'm going to force myself to work out, to do the good behavior, then I am acceptable. Right? You could try to force it and beat myself up and go through, like, use, the internal pain or internal self-shame and self-hatred, and you can use that as fuel, but that force is in control. It feels negative. It kind of sucks. Like, you don't have to do that. You can actually make your life way easier by being understanding and by being, accepting of who you are in any moment. So what you do instead is, I understand, right, that I am the way I am. I just am who I am. Not that this is right or wrong, that you are bad or not bad, right? And generally, social interaction, like let's say you're feeling, and this is all just through the example of like weight. You can apply this to any problem. But let's say you're like, man, I feel bad about my weight. And so you decide to go to a gym, right? And you're in this gym, like, super class, and everyone's like fist bumping you. Right on, man. And you're still overweight, but everyone's accepting you. Your social brain's going to be like, oh, well, maybe I'm not so bad. Like, I'm actually kind of fine. So you can also use peer support in this case. But the way you'd understand it, even if no one's around to fist bump you and be like, right on, man, you're doing a great job. You understand you are who you are. In any moment, you just are, right? You remove the negative and positive attributions to whatever ego. You just are who you are. And then you just take the action, because the understanding is, if like I'm just going to eat the apple, or apple is just analogous for healthy food. So you eat the apple, that healthy food, and then what does your brain start doing? It starts naturally forming the identity that you are the person who eats healthy foods and works out. Or let's say you just start working out. So you remove the labels and you just start performing the behaviors, like, just start working out, just start eating the apple. And instead of trying to be like, oh, let me fix this identity or let me change the way I feel, just eat the apple and just do the workout. And then what will happen is those behaviors will mold what you think you are. You'll be like, wow, I'm the guy who eats the apples and the healthy foods and I just work out. And then instead of you don't need to change your mind or your thoughts or your feelings. You can just understand that they just are what they are at the current moment. And if you just start doing the behaviors, then naturally the identity or the feeling of I'm bad, I'm not bad, I'm worthy, I'm not worthy, right, changes based on the behaviors. So you don't even need to fix your brain. You don't need to do all this self-shame. You literally just start performing the behaviors. Like, if I do X, I get Y. And then your brain will be like, I am a healthy guy. I am fit. I am that, right? It's just your brain will follow the behaviors you're doing. Same like within social situations. You're at that gym, for example, and everyone's fist bumping you. Right on, man. You're doing fantastic. They're accepting you. They're embracing you. So what does your brain do? It's like, well, if I'm in a social situation, irrespective of my weight, if I'm being accepted, then I am fine. I am worthy to be accepted, right? And so you don't even have to at times fix whatever is going on in your brain with problems. Like, the difference between force and understanding is that with understanding, most of the time you realize you don't actually have to fix what's going on in your head. You just change the behaviors and what you're doing in life, and the identity or the mind and emotions just kind of follow. Whereas force is like, oh, I'm so bad, and you hold on to this bad feeling and you say I am not good until I change it, and it's all this control and negative feelings, and it sucks. So with understanding, you realize, oh, I understand, I just am how I am, right? I'm really just a human being at all points in times. And if I decide to change the behaviors, then the identity, then the feeling of who I am, the ego, shifts in proportion to my behavior. So I start eating the healthy stuff, and what happens? My brain just automatically being like, I do eat healthy stuff. I am the healthy eater guy. I am the workout guy. Whatever you want to do. And this is just a workout analogy. You can apply this to anything. Math, science, philosophy, religion, anything. Anything you're focused on or working on, you can essentially, just by changing the behaviors, change the identity. So I hope this helps. This is how you use understanding instead of force to solve your problems in life. Thank you so much for watching, and best of luck to you all.